We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Jim Pineda, the right-hander from Arizona, will be doing the pitching. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better. This guy isn't that bad of a pitcher, but one of the keys, he needs to start limiting the number of hits and to limit the number of base on balls. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn things around in this one here today.
Stepping up now, Eddie James. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
Winning the triple crown is really magical. Think about it. How many guys can hit for power, hit for average, and drive in runs? This guy's had a phenomenal season, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that he can win it.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Striding in, Brennan Davis. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. On the ground to third. That play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first one of the game from third.
And now the runner's trying for third. A little roller toward the hole. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 1, the Cardinals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the Show. Digging in, Francisco Alvarez. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be unimportant. We played 2 full, all tied at 1-1. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Eddie James. The pitch. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch, stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Cubs move out ahead 2-1.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Standing in, Jose Padilla.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jose Padilla.
The 1-2. She's hit not all that hard out to second. To second for 1, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Digging in, Eddie James. Already a home run and a double for him in this one.
The last at bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
0-1 count, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Meisner is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in, Mark Ring.
The right fielder, number 4, Mark Green.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2. Rolled slowly to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. 7th inning coming up. St. Louis is out in front, 8-2. Now at the plate, Eddie James. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Hit sharply on the ground. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. This one pretty well in the bag. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead.
And if you're looking for when this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.
8-2 tonight's final. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Cardinals baseball next on the show. Jimmy Stearns will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
One there. Settling in now, Brennan Davis. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. It's the Cubs nothing. Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Now to the plate, Eddie James, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Let's get ready.
Here comes the first pitch. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning.
They have a rip like you can. Here you go.
Oh, here's a drive into the gap in right center as he comes through with extra bases. 1 run is scored. 2 runs scored. The relay throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season.
Most RBIs in one season is over 500. I'm at 400 and something right now. Shut the
What
fuck up.
that means, you want to put biscuits in the basket, runs scored in ribbies, and this guy's the best in the business right now.
Now the runner's on his way home. Here's a pop-up now. Prado shading to his right. And that's the 3rd out. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Cubs lead it 5-0. Standing in, Eddie James, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Eddie James.
Well, my lighters from over here disappeared. Okay.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Keep going.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're up 5-1. At the plate, Eddie James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 0-2. Here it comes. Hit out towards second.
Run it out, dig.
And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Stepping into the box, Eddie James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Line drive to center field. Meisner is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
That's one of those.
We fucking lost that game after being up 5-0. Holy fuck.
And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
He was one of the few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. St. Louis used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Julio Valenzuela wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Marlon Earnhardt is on the mound for the Cardinals. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. The ball ticketed for right center, but the ticket is revoked as he goes up to pull this one down. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. The next to bat for St. Louis, Anderson Tejeda.
The shortstop, Anderson Tejeda.
He's flared out towards second. There's one. Out. On to first, a double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff.
At the plate, Cameron Meisner. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Throw over to the bag, and he's back in standing. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Hey, come on, big guy. Get yourself right here.
This is on the ground to first, could be 2. To second for 1, and for the second time in 2 innings here this afternoon, they've bounced into a double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Now at the plate, Eddie James will swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Now here's a fly ball, well hit, a ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Stepping into the box, Cameron Meisner. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Cameron Meisner.
This is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. 1 there. On to first, and they get them both.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here.
So coming to the plate, Eddie James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something.
Striding into the box, Eddie James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Tough task ahead here as this guy, one of the top save guys in the league right now. He's been very reliable shutting the door.
Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Right fielder looking up at the track, the wall. Unbelievable, a home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As they take the lead, it's 2-1.
The crowd was hoping and praying he'd go down. Then he quiets him in a hurry with one swing of the bat. And more importantly than quieting the crowd, it gives his guys the lead. That's what we call timely production. Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Chicago Cubs, with their 105th win, best in the division. Patrick Dayton wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final